It was one episode that left residents of the coastal town of Mombasa worried, a family in despair. A story of a youngster and 5 kidnappers. The state versus Nelly Kiremi, Eva Kirimi and others. This is Case Files.
Tumemshika mtoto wako na sisi ni katika watu 10 na wengine wetu yani katika ile tisho na polisi, na tunataka mtupe milioni 10 tumwachilie mtoto wako, na tunakupatia hii siku hii ya leo ndio wewe umeshapata pesa.
Mtu mmoja alimshika akamfunga mdomo na pua yake ili asiweze kuzungumza ama kupiga kelele.
The 4th of June 2009 was like any other day for Husna Barak, an 11-year-old child, Jamal Mohammed. The mother had just wished her son a good day. The son walked a few meters to a bus stop to wait for a school van. Minutes later, neighbors rushed home to Husna's house. Some unknown people had kidnapped her son. Confused and concerned, she contacted the police. At first, she thought the kidnappers will let go of her son, but for 4 days, Jamal was the unwilling guest of 5 people, 3 women and 2 men. The plan to kidnap young Jamal was hatched by a man the family had come to know as the reliable garbage collector in their estate in Nyali. No one could suspect that Juma Omar Mumba could turn into a dangerous kidnapper, but he did.
So that day alikuja kanok kwa nyumba yangu, akawa na knock, nikamwambia garbage ziko nje. Kawaida huwa tunazitoa pale nje, ndio akikuja saa ile ya huko anachukua tu anaenda anacha ile makaratasi pale. So nikamwambia zile garbage ziko hapo nje, chukua. Akaenda. After 5 minutes tena akarudi. Akanok tena. Nikauliza ni nani? Akasema ni Mumba. Nikamwambia ni nini? Takataka nimekwambia ziko hapo, chukua. Akaniambia ile pesa last month hujanipatia. Akaniambia auntie, uko na mgeni pale nje ya gate.
Nelly claims a man only identified as Rangi approached her for a deal at first she thought was a genuine one, until days later when the man introduced to her by Mumba, the garbage collector, revealed his real intention.
Ati kuna mtoto alikuwa ametafuta na amempata, na ile kitu alikuwa anataka kuniomba ni accommodation. Kama naweza accommodate yule mtoto pale kwangu, alafu akimalizana na yeye, akimalizana na wao atatusort.
Nelly claims she had nothing to do with the plan to kidnap the youngster Jamal Mohammed, but Mumba, Rangi and a 3rd man had it all planned out well. On the morning of 4th, 2009, as Jamal stood at the bus stop waiting for a school van, a vehicle pulled over. 2 men jumped out, grabbed him and sandwiched him. Jamal was gone in seconds. Terrified and scared and still sandwiched, the young Jamal watched helplessly as the kidnappers sped off with him in the getaway car. Destination, this house where Nelly stayed with a cousin.
Akaniambia Nelly, ule mtoto ndio huyu. Sasa ule mtoto alikuwa kwa saka. Sasa mimi nikashtuka. Nikamwambia ngoja. I went to the bedroom, Eva akakuja kwa bed. Nikamwambia Eva, tutafanya nini? Alafu saa hiyo huyo Rangi sasa amepata guts, akatufuata kwa bedroom. Akaniambia ni nini mnapanga? Nikamwambia please, mimi I'm not just ready for this. Akaniambia sasa tutafanyaje na mtoto yuko ready kwa hao?
To beat the possible police roadblocks and in an effort not to attract public attention, the kidnappers, armed with a pistol and a knife, bundled young Jamal into a sack before ferrying him to their hideout.
Sisi tulishtuliwa na ile kilio cha mtoto na milango kufunga. Sasa tunadhania kwamba ni labda mtoto amegongwa na gari. Kutokea pale nje kidogo tukaona gari ishafika kama mita kama 50 kuelekea 100 kule mbele, huwezi sema number plate.
By this time, the mother was a worried person. Minutes at a police station in Nyali, she received the first phone call from the kidnappers. They wanted 10 million shillings as ransom fee before releasing Jamal. For 4 days, the men and women will play hide and seek with the police as the mother grew more worried about the state and safety of her son Jamal. The kidnappers will later lower the ransom fee to 2 million shillings as the family of Jamal tried to save their son. A day after Jamal was kidnapped, armed with 2 million shillings and in the company of the police, Jamal's family were directed to a place in Nyali where the kidnappers were to meet them, but they never showed up. 2 more days and the kidnappers were growing anxious and sensing that maybe the mother had notified the police about the kidnapping.
Then also mtoto alikuja, sijui, I don't know nini ilikuwa, ule mtoto alikuwa anataka kuongea naye, but I think bahati mbaya tu akamuita jina lake, jina yake mwenyewe, Rangi. So the guy alikasirika sana, na ile ukasirika akasema the only thing yenye nizafanya ni kuchukua mtoto aende amuue, kwa sababu hata akiseviwa ama apatikane kitu chochote, ule mtoto lazima atamtaja jina yake.
Nelly claims getting rid of Jamal was not the plan. The plan was to hold him for a few days as his family looked for money. Nelly says she and Eva hatched the plot to rescue young Jamal, but one the court could not believe.
Hatukumuonyesha kuwa hatukubaliani na yeye, but mimi na Nelly and there was another guy mwenye walimleta sir later mwenye kuthreaten mtoto, pia yeye ni kama hakukubaliana na hiyo kitu. So we decided the only thing yenye kufanya ni yeye akitoka na ule garbage collector na huyo mwanamume mwingine, kwa sasa ametoacha na huyo mwenye alikuwa na threaten mtoto, tukao tumepanga we just get the boy, tumtoe, tumrudishe.
But according to Mombasa Court, that was the day that the group had now finally agreed to pick the ransom fee from near shopping mall.
Mimi nilikuwa nafaa kwenda withdraw pesa pale kwa ATM, ndio gari tuliona iko surrounded. Gari kwa surrounded, tunaangalia watu wanakuja hivi na mabunduki, wanakuja towards us. Alafu wakawa wanasema, walikuwa wanagonga sasa gari, wanasema tutoke.
All the kidnappers were arrested. Rangi, the ringleader of the gang, was allegedly gunned down by the police after shootout. The rescue of the young Jamal hit the headlines that evening. Young Jamal was later to tell the court the ordeal he underwent in the hands of the 5 kidnappers. Jamal told the court, "I left the house at around 7:20 to pick a bus to school when I saw a white car pull over. A short man alighted and ran my direction, grabbed me and forced me into the car. They blindfolded me and covered my mouth with a piece of cloth. They then struggled to place me in a sack. When we arrived in the house, they placed me in a toilet where I stayed the whole day until I fell sick." After 2 years in custody, Nelly Kirimi, Eva Kirimi, Crispus Maingi, Juma Mumba, the garbage collector, and Irene Kalamambura stood trial. 2 of them were set free. Nelly, Eva, and Mumba were sent to jail. In her ruling, Mombasa Chief Magistrate said in part, "This is a serious offense that reads like a movie script. It was one offense that was nearly successful, were it not for the gallant effort of police officers. The accused subjected the young Jamal to untold treatment, transporting him in a sack, and the mother undergoing great mental and physical torture." The 2 cousins and Mumba, the garbage collector, was sentenced to 5 years for each of the 2 counts of the criminal charges. The sentences are running concurrently. When case files visited Jamal Mohammed's family, the mother told us the son is keeping well. She declined to grant us an interview, saying the family wants the dark episode family behind them.
Next on Case Files, a story of a man who killed his lover and walked for 5 kilometers with her head in his hands. Denso Zarigo for Case Files.